Good evening, gentlemen, all of you. 5 changes for Manchester United, Roy. Was there a case that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer could actually have gone further than that after Sunday?
Yeah, but you also don't have to focus on the next game. You obviously can't change 11 players, although I'm sure he was tempted, but he'd be looking for a reaction. It's been well documented how disappointed he was after the game. We spoke about, I suppose, the lack of pride the players showed. I think we can always forgive players having a bad performances, but if you don't sprint and close people down, then there's going to be big, huge question marks over you. So he'll be hoping, whether he believes it or not, I think he'll be hoping for reaction from these players. And people are saying it's the ideal game for him. I'm not sure. I'd be thinking maybe more Huddersfield or Fulham at home to get a win under your belt. So it's going to be a tough night for United. Big question mark over a lot of these players, and question marks now over Ole. You know, the pressure will be building on Ole. They need a big performance.
Do you think that was a performance that was not becoming of United on Sunday?
I wasn't as surprised as everybody else. I know Gary was getting a bit angry, but I wasn't surprised, because I've questioned this group of players for, I suppose, a number of months now. Lack of leaders, lack of characters. So I wasn't as shocked as everybody else.
For Manchester City, Sean, is this a good time, do you think, to play Manchester United?
Well, I think so. It seems odd after United scored and lost 4-0. I believe so, because I think it's about City's form. And recent games, City's played particularly well. And they'll look to come here. And also in recent years, City's come here, 4 in the last 5 times they're coming here, having 1 game. So they're becoming there feeling comfortable. You know, when I think back to my time I played, you were lucky if you got off having scored a goal and lost 4-1. But times have changed. I think City, these players are very comfortable coming here and performing on great nights like this.
Do you think they're at all bruised, though, Sean, by the disappointment of going out of the Champions League? We saw them recover against Spurs at the weekend, but is there any kind of hangover? Could there be any kind of hangover?
I think that will be long out of their system, and Pep would have made sure that. And they'll be hugely disappointed. Personal pride of the players will be wanting to do well in the Champions League and advance, but they weren't able to do that. And I think they would have brushed that aside and thought, OK, we've still got some important games coming up. We've still got the league to go for, the FA, so we've got to brush that aside and get on with it.
What do you think, Graham? You can nicely relax here this evening, enjoy the
Totally.
spectacle. But do you think this could decide the title tonight?
Yeah, I never try and attach logic to football. You know, on the face of it, the way the two teams are, City should win comfortably, but it won't be like that. For sure, Man United will turn up tonight, but will they turn up and be enough to take something off City? I doubt it, but there is a chance. I think it's a real worry if you're Man United. This is largely an experimental team. United don't know what their best back 4 or best back 5 are. They don't know what the mix of midfield is when at their best. Up front, what's the best striker? So, I mean, how many games have they been involved in now? 20-something? He's still scratching around, trying to find out what his best starting 11 is. And that, you know, for this time of the season, for a game of this importance, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. There's no players in the dressing room standing up and saying, you cannot leave me out. And that's what you want as a manager. You want players to tell you can't leave me out. Look how well I'm playing. Well,
that's a big question, isn't it, Gary? Will they stand up tonight? Because the fans will be, I think the fans are demanding a performance. I mean, what is the emotional balance of tonight, knowing that potentially a win, a positive result for United could send the title across to Liverpool?
I mean, obviously you'll hear stuff from fans that they don't want Liverpool to win the league and all that sort of stuff, but the players that are playing out there for United tonight and Ole need a result more than ever because of what happened on Sunday. I think it makes it a more difficult game for City tonight because of what happened on Sunday. It was so bad, and it was as if Ole saw it coming, because this is the biggest week of probably his managerial career, going into Everton, Manchester City and Chelsea. And he decided to call the players out in his Friday press conference before the start of that week by saying they needed a reality check. So the reason I was sort of a bit angry before the game was that I was reading, knowing Ole as I do, and we know Ole, if he's calling them out before the game and he's already gone with them a little bit, I'm thinking there must be he must have seen something that he's not, you know, I don't speak to him about it, but he must have seen something he really doesn't like for him to have to do that. And already Jose Mourinho got to a place whereby he started picking players he likes. And I look at that 11 that we've just seen come through there, and all seen it in the last 15 minutes, but it looks like Ole's there already. he looks like he's just thought, right, I'm going to pick players that I sort of half like, trust a little bit, get to the end of the season, get rid of the ones I don't want, and at least have the players on the pitch that I sort of trust a little bit in terms of the work ethic.